Hello folks, this is a little different video today. It's the end of September. I'm going to talk about interest rates, try to get some ideas out there. A lot of this is things I've read other people have said, like on JS Mindset, but also thoughts I have. At the end of last year, I expected the Fed would raise interest rates at some point this year. Of course, they have not. One of the problems with this is for older folks, and yes, I'm getting older, but people who have savings, bank accounts, they're not getting any interest. I'll just say I'm getting 7/16. I did a calculation the other day. I'm getting about 7/16 of my money in the bank. That's halfway between 3/8 and a half. That's not much money. When I first had my savings account, I think I was 12 or younger. You would get 5.5% for a savings account, 5.25% for a checking account. All these things get complicated. I start thinking about things. I was supposed to get a special account being under 18, and I did not, but it didn't matter. They had accounts and still do if you're under 18. If you have less than $100, you can have a savings account and not pay fees. All these things I'm talking about are above and beyond fees you might have to pay, which are plenty of fees now. I stopped getting using a debit card, using a cash machine. It used to be free all over Iowa. I think it was Sears. And then the bank I went to, I was cashing a check or taking money out at a different bank. But I had plenty of money in both those banks, and I was starting to pay fees, and I just stopped doing it. But what happens is the older folks don't make any money. And then with fees you lose money. Now I try to avoid all fees. Let me give an example of some things that are happening in some countries in Europe, and they've actually started to talk about it. I don't expect to see it here, but who knows with the crazy people in charge. Let's talk about negative interest rates. Now I'm showing this minus 0.1% I have written here. On $10,000, a tenth of a percent is just $10. So if you paid in Europe, or if it happened here later, which I don't expect to, I didn't expect the government to become so oppressive and tyrannical though in my lifetime. You would lose $10 a year, which is almost $1 a month, which isn't much. But that's not the point. If you had 5%, and boy, there's a big delay on here. I don't know why this is happening. If you were making 5%, you'd be making on 10,000, you'd be making $500 a year. So that's the thing. You're losing out on the 500. Someone on the JS Mindset said, I think that if they raised rates even 0.25%, the illegal unconstitutional Fed from 1913, if they raised rates even 0.25%, the U.S. would become insolvent. I don't know enough to say if this is true. It seems to me the darn government is insolvent already, paying getting money as a loan at interest. It never should have happened. It's not in the Constitution. Congress is supposed to print money. 50 years after the Federal Reserve, JFK was assassinated. Ethnic bankers didn't want him printing up money without paying them interest. I think that's one of the good motivations or bad motivations for it. It's hard to predict with these crazy people. They're raising energy costs in Missouri 20% probably because of this global warming imperatives and shutting down plants. This is just nonsense, they say. Nuclear is safe, and Fukushima, I expect, will give 1 billion people cancer around the world. And this is 5 minutes, and it's longer than most of my videos, and I'm gonna say, good luck out there, folks, and I may continue this later. I don't have too much interest usually, so we'll see what happens.